Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you all of the music, movies, and TV shows that I watched and listened to over the course of January. So this one's going to be a relatively short video because in terms of multimedia I didn't end up watching a lot, so it'll go by relatively quickly. So without further ado, let's get started. So honestly, for music, no music really came out this month, and I've just been continually listening to Folklore and Evermore by Taylor Swift. Like, me and my sister joke, like, every time, like, because sometimes she'll, like, I'll go in her car and she'll drive me around if we're going someplace together, and like she'll literally just have a Folklore Evermore playlist playing like non-stop in her car, and like it's the same for me, so we still love it. I think I like Folklore a little bit more, but just because it's grown on me for so long, and I feel like it has, like, I was just listening to it obsessively when it came out. So yeah, I'm still trying to learn all the words for Evermore right now, but for the most part, like, that's honestly what I've been listening to this entire time. So next, moving on to TV shows, I first have season 4 of, or part 4 of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and this is like the final season. There's rumors that HBO will pick it up because Netflix canceled it this year, and I will say I really love this show. I think like season 1 and season 2 of it, part 1 or part 2, have been my favorite so far. I think it goes like part 2, part 1, part 3, and part 4. Like, this one was my least favorite of the seasons. I felt like a lot of the characters had very strange, and I know it was canceled and they were planning to have another season, so there's a lot of like loose ends that obviously aren't tied up. I did think the finale was very good. Like, I think all the finales for the parts have been really well, and I feel like in the finale is where I kind of got that momentum going again. But I felt like there were so many kind of weird, strange storylines or subplots that didn't really fit with the overarching thing of the, like, overarching like theme of this, like that season. So this one was my least favorite. Like, I felt like some of the characters weren't themselves that much anymore. Like, I like Lilith, I didn't really understand her character this season. Like, I just felt like there was just some like kind of chaos within this part, and I did, like I said, I did really like the finale, even though it kind of ends on a sad note. Like, I think it was, like, it ended on a, like, the finale was very good. Like, even though it had a lot of high and lows throughout the part, I did enjoy the finale, even though it kind of ended kind of in a bittersweet way. But like I said, I think season 2 is my favorite, and then it goes, I guess, part 1 and then part 3 and then part 4. That's all I'm gonna say. There was a lot of parts that I like skipped through because I was like, I don't really want to hear them sing. Next up is the New Girl, and we like finished watching it, I want to say back in like December. We watched all 7 seasons, and then we literally, after we finished the last episode in season 7, we just went back to season 1, and my parents have been watching it and they're obsessed, and so I'm like, okay, they have a show they can watch, like, that's fine, because my mom hates The Office and that's what we've been watching for so long. So it's nice to have her to agree on a show that she doesn't complain about when we watch it, or like get mad at us when we watch it. For some reason, I don't know why she doesn't like that show, because she's a weird mix of like Michael Scott and Claire Dunphy from Modern Family, so she's like a weird mix of both of those. But yeah, so we've been rewatching New Girl, so that's good. And it's like, it's hard for me, like, a lot of the shows have come back for like their winter break hiatus, so like I wanted to really start watching It's Always Extraordinary playlist, which premiered this month, but I haven't gotten to that. I think it's hard for me to watch TV shows because so much of our like TV watching is done as a family, so it has to be kind of like a cumulative, like, it has to be the whole group kind of has to decide on it, and I don't like to, because there's shows that I like that my family doesn't like, so I find it hard to find time to watch the things that I want to watch. But that was kind of a tangent. But yes, New Girl has been like the family TV show that we've been watching basically on repeat. And then we're almost done season 4 of The Crown, and I've really liked this season. I think all the seasons have done really well. I think this one I enjoyed more because it's a history that I am familiar with. Like, it's more kind of modern day kind of time, so it's a little bit easier to follow in like the 80s, where I kind of know the history of it. But we're almost done, so I'm filming this on, what is it today, the 28th, so we'll probably finish it on this weekend. It's hard to watch because, again, it's me, my mom, and my dad who like the show. My brother and sister don't like it, so we have to find times when it's just the 3 of us, because like I said, TV watching for us is like a cumulative thing. We just have the TV set in the family room and then one in the basement, but it's not set up and we don't kind of do our own things. So like I said, it's very much a family dynamic in terms of watching. So me and my mom and dad really like these shows. Like we love Downton Abbey, we love The Crown, like we love these kind of period pieces. So we're almost done. I think we're on episode 8 of 10, so fingers crossed that we finish it by the end of this month, because I'd like to be able to, you know, check in all the boxes for the episodes in my bullet journal. And then lastly, moving on to movies, this is again another thing that is hard, because when we get home at the, like, we don't really watch, like I said, movies very often in general, but my sister is very adamant about not watching a movie. She's like, and I don't know, it's this whole thing, like, well, it'll be like 7 o'clock and she's like, okay, let's watch a movie, and she's like, no, it's too late. And so it's very hard to kind of find the time to watch a movie, but my sister really wanted to watch this one, and I'm like, it's a Disney movie. I pounced on it, so we watched it, and it was Soul, which came out at the end of 2020. So I really like this one. I think I really like the message in here. It was like, the animation is beautiful, just how they can animate, because I know they animate when they like did Coco in particular, they animated like where he's playing the guitar is like the actual notes that the song is based on, and the same here with the piano. I thought it was really well done. I think it was very poignant. I think it had a really good message on kind of finding the meaning in life and how your purpose or how your passions aren't your purpose and all that thing. Like, I think it was very done, even though well done, and even though it is a kids movie, I think even kids, like young kids, people in their 20s, middle-aged people in like their 70s and 80s can find something that they can relate to for it, and I think it had a really good kind of overall message to it. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was mostly of a rant of how like it's hard finding things to watch that you like when it's like TV is like a family activity, so that was mostly a rant. But if you guys have that same dilemma, let me know, and how if you find time to kind of watch your own like thing, because I don't like to watch watch a screen before bed, so I try to avoid that when I can. But if you guys have any suggestions around that, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.